Welcome back to Metal Planet, a great place to discover new heavy metal and hard rock albums. I am Max Gray. There's a lot of great stuff to cover this week, releases from across the heavy music spectrum. So without further ado, here's what's coming out on April 18th, 2025. The first title I'm gonna talk about today is the upcoming Braveride album The Great Awakening. Braveride is a band from Greece with a mission to blend power metal with symphonic elements and a cinematic storytelling. Its new record will have an overarching theme inspired by fantasy, and the songs will depict stories about battles, heroes, and destiny. The album's first single, named Executioner, is defined by its galloping riffs and soaring melodies. If you like bands like Rhapsody of Fire and Blind Guardian, Braveride's new album could be for you. This week we are going to get two new albums with an old school thrash metal sound. Fabulous Desaster and Rawfoil, two European bands, are respectively going to drop Crucify This and where Malice Converges. If you like one of those formations, you could very well like the other because they have a relatively similar sound that evoke the music of classic thrash metal bands like Overkill, Exodus and Testament. Although Crucify This and Where Malice Converges will be released by small record labels, it appears that they will have a professional sounding production. On April 18th, the Australian progressive metal band Teramaze will unleash its new opus, The Harmony Machine, via the label Wells Music. While creating this album, the members of Teramaze were inspired by dystopian and futuristic themes like the morphing of human beings with technology and the rise of AI, and they wrote thought-provoking lyrics about a potential bleak future for humanity. The Harmony Machine will feature a polished production with modern guitar riffs, melodic vocals, and synth sounds appropriate for a record with a futuristic theme. Karg is a group from Austria with a raw sound. In the beginning it was the one-man music project of the multi-instrumentalist V1 Trum, but it evolved into a full band with the addition of other musicians. The Karg band members consider their lyrics to be as important as their music. Their songs are about the melancholic side of life and talk about topics like broken relationships, drug abuse and depression. The band's new album Marodeur, coming out in a few days, will be in the post-black metal vein, with some shoegaze, post-punk, and grunge spices thrown into the mix. Talking about grunge, it's going to be possible on April 18th to listen to the new Melvins and Superheaven records. Those two bands are part of the US alternative rock scene and have grunge elements in their sound. The Melvins is an old-school formation from the state of Washington that influenced many grunge bands like Nirvana and Green River. Thunderball, the Melvins' 20th studio album, will feature some sludgy guitar riffs and have a short length with just 5 songs. In contrary to the Melvins, Superheaven is a more recent formation. It was founded in the late 2000s by musicians from Pennsylvania. The instrumental performances captured in Superheaven's upcoming eponymous studio album will give you some interesting Soundgarden vibes. Red Moon Architect will soon release its 6th full-length album October Decay via the label Noble Demon. This formation was formed in Finland 14 years ago and has consistently released music since. A music video was released for the song 1st of October from October Decay. With this track, you can notice that the band puts an emphasis on establishing a haunting atmosphere with slow guitar riffs, synth sounds, and ethereal female vocals, which contrasts with the death growls of the singer Ville Rutanen. If 1st of October is an indication of the rest of the album, October Decay appears to be a promising record. Sick and Beautiful is a female-fronted theatrical band with a cool concept. According to the fictional story of the origins of the ensemble, the Sick and Beautiful members are intergalactic nomads who started to play music on Earth after their spaceship crash-landed on our planet. They play a blend of modern metal with some industrial and electropop overtones and are influenced by an eclectic cast of acts like Rob Zombie, Lady Gaga, Rammstein and Katy Perry. The upcoming Sick and Beautiful album Vacui is named after an ancient Latin expression meaning fear of emptiness and will delve into horror, science fiction and supernatural themes. The next 3 titles in today's list are from core bands. The deathcore formation Face Yourself from New York will release Martyr, a 5-track EP. The lyrical content in this one is inspired by mental health struggles and the act of confronting your own demons. With this album, expect some heavily down-tuned guitars and a variety of harsh vocal styles like death growls, shrieks and pig squeals. The bands Heavy Low and Into the Fray will also drop new albums this week. Pain Olympics will contain challenging mathcore music with unpredictable rhythms, irregular time signatures, and frequent tempo changes. This one will actually come out on April 20th instead of April 18th. The other album, Deofolist, will present a potent mix of groove metal and metalcore that you can enjoy if you like bands like Chimera and Lamb of God. If you need a weekly dose of death metal like me, We Belong in the Grave by Crypts of Despair should satisfy your needs. This band from Lithuania that started to release music in 2017 is really heavy, and its new album was notably mixed by the guitarist Christian Donaldson of Cryptopsy. It's already possible to listen to a few tracks from We Belong in the Grave that were released in advance, songs like Expulsion to Purgatory, Obliteration of the Impure, and Undisillusioned. When you listen to those, you can hear that the band plays tight and presents a great amalgamation of brutal riffs, demonic vocals, and relentless drum beats. Necro by Lick and Trinity by I Am Your God are two other death metal albums coming out this week. Lick is a formation from Sweden inspired by the bands Dismember and Entombed, and its new record Necro will be out through Metal Blade Records. This album will be a chaotic display of death metal savagery with razor-sharp guitar riffs and lyrics about war, zombies, murder, and the apocalypse. Compared to Lick, I Am Your God from Finland has a more modern and melodic sound. The members of I Am Your God have described their new album Trinity as their heaviest, fastest, and most melodic album so far. Based on the songs I have heard, I think that Trinity could appeal to the In Flames fans who like this band's more recent records. 3 albums from different genres in the metal and hard rock realm will close to this list. Insatiable will be the 5th studio record by Divide and Dissolve, a mostly instrumental music project with an unusual sound, merging the slow riffs of drone and doom metal with jazz and minimalist music. Hawkwind, the veteran space, progressive and psychedelic rock band from England that featured the musician Lemmy of Motorhead in its lineup in its early days, will release on April 18th, There Is No Space for Us. This title will present mesmerizing soundscapes and explore cosmic and metaphysical themes surrounding humanity's place in the universe. Finally, Falling Through Stars will be a collaborative album with an accessible and melodic sound by the Finnish singers Neta Loren of Smackbound and Nora Luimo of Battle Beast. If you found this video useful and plan to listen to an album presented today, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more heavy music related content. There is a new releases of the week video like this one every week on this channel, so that might interest you. I am curious to know your thoughts on the new releases coming out this week. There are certainly a lot of death metal albums coming out on April 18th, which is great if you like that genre. If there is a record from today's list that interests you, write the name of this release in the comments below, and if you want, explain why you are looking forward to listen to this album. There are many titles from today's list that interest me, but the one I'm looking forward to the most is the new Crypts of Despair album. For a more complete list of the albums coming out this week, check the description section of this video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers!